Wah! Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I am Amalgam Ash. And this is Warhammer Quest. My big noggin is blocking everything right now while I say good morning. Good morning, Matt. Good morning, Ribby. Nice of you guys to drop in. I'm playing Warhammer Quest, the Steam edition. I have read through the quick rules and the adventure book of the board game Warhammer Quest that I have. And I'm very proud of having that game. It's a hard one to get, but I figure it would be excellent to have the video game version because this has to be able to teach me how to play, right? Like, this has to be one of the quickest ways to get me immersed and in the flow of the actual gameplay to help me become a Warhammer Quest DM. I'm not actually sure if there is a DM. I think everybody just plays, sets their own stuff down, don't they? I might be getting that confused with Advanced Hero Quest because I read the rule books too close together. Good morning, Elviler. It's nice of you to drop in. I chose not to share this in Kurgan's server because I just wasn't totally sure if it would fit or if I would get the stink eye. Chopus, good morning. You made it. Cheers. Absolute cheers. Absolutely wonderful. Everybody dropping in. Let's shrink myself down, and oh yeah, this needs to be addressed. The screen is huge. One moment. We'll fix that. No problem. Meow. Meow. Restream. Restream is taking up so much space in my UI. Almost there. Almost got it. And there we go. Technical difficulties have been subdued. They'll return. How's the music? How's the volume for everybody? Do I need to change any of that? I think my speaking volume should be fine. I learned yesterday that you guys could not hear Shar while we were playing Vermintide because she was very quiet. I kept the volume of the game so low. This should be based on exactly the board game. Why they chose to make a video game based on such a legacy property, I can't tell you, but I can tell you Talisman did the same thing, although I guess the graphics in Talisman do resemble those of the 4th edition. Good morning, Gravendall Games. All right, we're going to jump into the actual play, maybe? We have menus for new monsters, new warriors, and new items, but I'm not going to click any of that. I'm just going to click play. I don't think I have any of the additional content either. I could be wrong. Do I? What happens if I click that? It breaks. Okay, no problem. We are now going to play Warhammer Quest. Difficulty. Casual. Combat is easy. Your warriors cannot be permanently killed. Hardcore, your warriors can be permanently killed. That seems like the actual board game, but I guess I'll go with Adventurer and just go normal. My party name is not the Wanderers. It's the Amalgamate. Good morning to Ray Bordier. Thank you for dropping in. Elviler is taking the blame if anybody complains about my link sharing. All right. I'll take that. I'll take that. Because if anybody did want to see it, I'd be sad if they missed out. Other games. Other games, other games, other games. Let's take away the embed so that looks a little better. It'll work. Oh no, Seek immediately responded and said, no, this will not teach you how to play it, not at all. That's the opposite. Of what I wanted to hear. All right. Well, we are gonna challenge it anyway. This is the Amalgamate Cycle. Challenging the adventure difficulty of Warhammer Quest. Let's go. Now we're gonna go ahead and play. We're gonna play. I want to play this badly. I've had this for a while. I've been sitting on it. I haven't played Warhammer Quest, but have considered buying it to convert to HQ. Yeah, there's a lot in the box. There is a lot in the box. There are so many minis. Many minis. And there are a lot of cards, and there's a ton of map pieces, hallways. Questing in the Warhammer world can be dangerous for any adventurer. Without knowledge of the basics, you will surely perish. Would you like to play the tutorial? Yes, let's play the tutorial. Rats as tall as man. They are the dark of our souls. What could he be talking about? You awaken in the depths of a dungeon. Your last memories are of orc battle cries and the shouts of your companions. You must have been knocked out and left for dead. You hear more shouts coming from the gloom of the next corridor. Best go look for your companions before they get themselves killed. Your warrior will not survive this dungeon on his own. You must find the others. Click on your warrior to select him. Ah yes, Bolthor Gunvar. Click on a position to show the path your warrior will take. Click again to move. Let's see. So we can just like walk for the sake of walking. Arrows show the path through the dungeon. Continue through to the next room. Attacked by snotlings. 2 snotlings. And 1 orc boys. These greenskins are no match for your warrior. Select your warrior and double-click an enemy to perform a melee attack. So we can move diagonally and we can attack diagonally. Let's get these guys in front of us, I guess. Oh! They're gone. Your character sheet shows how many attacks you can perform per turn. Once you attack, you can no longer move. Once you attack, you can no longer move. Seek over in Discord says it does all the dice rolling for you. It doesn't show the significance of the rolls. It's basically point and click. So if you want to play the board game and know how the combat works, the digital game teaches you nothing. Alright. Understood what to look out for. Now attack again. Oh, and that's how many attacks I can do. I can do 2 attacks. And they have 3 hit points, I guess. Your warrior has no more attacks or moves to make. Deselect your character by clicking on an empty space and end your turn. Here comes the monsters phase. So you can move and then attack multiple times. That's what I got from it. Now finish off these pests. Remember, once you attack, you can no longer move and you can only attack neighboring enemies. So he moved maybe 5 spaces. What if I run all the way down here? And then I can... That's all of my movement. I can end my turn. Can he reach me? He could not reach me. That's okay. Bonk. Excellent. A new weapon. Click Add to Stash, and then click the button in the bottom right corner to access the inventory. Alright, so we've got some sword icons, which I'm actually not covering them up. They're like right behind my chair. In fact, I'm not covering up any of the UI. That's great for once. So I have a Sword of Spite. Looks like a card. I love that. 13 to 18 damage. A gold multiplier of 2. Add to stash. More than that. We got Greedy Fist. +1 toughness. So something about Ogre Iron Gut. Not sure why, but it's worth 600 gold. Vault Nurse, welcome to the stream and good morning from the Central Time Zone. Lizardmen for the win? Are there lizardmen in this game? I hope so. That's awesome. Let's access my inventory. Slightly off my screen for some reason. Now drag the weapon from your stash over your current weapon in your inventory. Will do. Just, yeah. This. Drag the new weapon from your stash. Okay, gotcha. What do I currently have? I wish I could move that message out of the way, because I can't see how much damage or strength this is, but I guess I can once I move. No, I can't see anything. It just covers it up no matter what. Push the back button to continue your adventure. Thanks, text. Good morning, I don't know, but I like them dinos on dinos. There's not lizardmen in the box for the board game, but that doesn't mean that they won't be in here. They might be. This is a two-handed weapon, so it automatically deselected my shield. What else do I have? I've got a character card, wounds 29, nice. To the north lies the realm of chaos, and in its shadow are leagues upon leagues of wilderness, hinterlands that are home to many different tribes of men who worship the ruinous powers. The closest of these fell lands to the Empire is Norska. The Norse are fierce barbarians, usually tall and broad in stature, hard-bitten and warlike with a thirst for adventure. The marauders who live on the southern coast of Norska, where the land gouges into the Sea of Claws, are the furthest tribes from the realm of chaos, and so are said to be the least favored of their gods, and the most likely to be seen openly in more civilized lands as a result. And I've got a talent, Ignore Wounds. It's a passive. The Marauder is sometimes able to ignore a wound that would normally knock him down. When this happens, he remains standing with one wound remaining. Frozen Horror links, yeah. It does feel like it. End my turn, but there's nobody here. Continue through the dungeon. Don't forget, ending your turn replenishes your movement. I can zoom in and out with the mouse as well. I'll tell you what. This game suffers from one problem. Whoa, and I can rotate the camera, which I'm going to try to keep from doing that. This game suffers from the problem that Bardic Broadcasts pointed out when telling you that whenever you played a game of Hero Quest, there was never any question about how much space the board was going to take up. No siree. Step into the hallway. Do I see anything? Moseth, good afternoon. Good morning from my time zone. Good to see you. Nice of you to drop in. We'll end our turn here. It doesn't seem as though any monsters got me, so we gotta touch the very edge of the tile. We have been attacked by 2 Night Goblin Spearmen. You've found one of your companions, badly wounded and surrounded by enemies. We do have a consumable. Somehow. It's heavy bandages. It heals 7 to 9 wounds. That's pretty significant, considering how many I have on the warrior. Barbarian, rather. Add that to my stash. Your warrior has been given bandages. Select your warrior. Click on the bandages tab to activate it. And then double-click on the wizard to heal. It's been activated. There we go. Now finish off these pests. Remember, once you attack, you can no longer move, and you can only attack neighboring enemies. Fine. And there goes that spearman. And there goes that spearman. Continue through the dungeon. Don't forget, ending your turn. Okay, yeah. I got a drought of toughness. Drought? Drat? Draught? Draft? Drought? Add to stash. The wizard is now under my control. He has winds of magic. I gotta remember to drag the screen by myself, unfortunately. So, it doesn't quite matter what I do while I'm still in the room, or whose turn it is, or what. Attacked by 5 orc boys. Every turn, the wizard draws power from the winds of magic, which is used to power spells. Select your wizard now. Your winds of magic is displayed just above your character sheet, and all spells have a cost. Now press the button at the top of the spells tab. This one? I have... Pressing above, a tab will bring up items, spells, or abilities available if there are more than one. Select Occam's Mind Razors now. Occam's Razors. Now you can double-click on a target to cast your spell. When you do, your winds of magic will decrease. Can I attack him, even though he's not, like, in my line of sight? Oh, that does not matter. Now finish off these pests. That took 7 winds of magic, and I have 3 left. Barbarian will take care of the rest. Barbarian... Oh. The barbarian took his turn, so I do have to be careful about that before I go exploring into the next room. Alright, we can end our turn because I can't move anybody. Miss. And you guys can't do anything. I've been completely recharged with winds of power. We're going to have the barbarian kill these 2 guys because they are close by. And we'll have my wizard finish off this 3rd one with Occam's Mind Razors. We got a potion of toughness. Continue through the dungeon. Oh. Okay. And we'll end our turn there. And now we are moving into... Oh, we've been attacked in the troll den by vicious river trolls. 5 of them. You've reached the depths of the dungeon to find the final member of your party, the Wood Elf Waywatcher. She is particularly skilled with the bow, so let's loose off a few arrows. Warriors that are equipped with ranged weapons can perform ranged and melee attacks in the same turn. Select the Wood Elf Waywatcher. Now, I'm very interested in knowing... I'm very interested in knowing, is it possible that thought train took a dirt road? I must not have been that interested in learning or knowing. However, I don't believe there are trolls in the boxed version of Warhammer Quest, so that means there could be lizardmen. This guy is actually kind of a lizard man. He has Regenerate and Troll Stench. So, I'm supposed to select the Wood Elf Waywatcher. Double-click on an enemy to fire the elf's bow. Swip. He has 131 hit points. Clicking and holding on any character, item, enemy, or skill in a dungeon will bring up its journal page. Now select your wizard. Click and hold on Occam's Mind Razors to bring up its journal entry. It's interesting that the help text is now behind the UI that has appeared. Alright, guess I've read that. You can click on hold on most things to bring up more information. End your turn when you're ready. Oh, I see. Wood elves are deeply suspicious and often overly hostile to all of the races, such is the distrust they jealously guard the borders of their forest kingdom. This thing may have benefited from a little bit more proofreading. Keeping the realm's hidden tracks and secret paths under constant vigil by an elite group of deadly accurate archers and master hunters known as Way Watchers. Even amongst their own kin, Way Watchers are known as solitary individuals, more at home wandering the forest under their camouflaged cowl with longbow in hand, and yet very occasionally, a few Way Watchers, will form a desire, be it a stirring of their heart or even a personal quest entrusted to them by Queen Ariel to search beyond the wood elf realm of Loren and seek out other places and beings that may need their protection. That jives perfectly along with the lore set forth in Vermintide. Oh, I'm a child of Loren. That's Irish. The wood elf in that game is definitely more Scottish. Awesome. Okay, well, we're not ready to end our turn. We're gonna... Vicious River Troll has 140 wounds. My gosh. And I've missed. And I've missed. And I've missed. And that's all of my attacks. She had a lot of attacks. 20? 18? Occam's Mind Razors. Okay. That's all I get for my Winds of Magic. Can I use Nightmare Visage? What's that do? The Grey Wizard attempts to take on the form of an extremely powerful and frightening foe in the mind of the targeted enemy. There is a 50% chance of success. If successful, the enemy's chance to hit is reduced until your next turn. Wonder if that worked. Now we have to end our turn. And he regenerated some wounds. Oh, they have a long... Oh, he killed the elf. What happened? All heroes die. Eventually, inevitably. Method and character determine this land, not the march of time. Looting, indulging, mere distractions from what you crave. An idea above trinkets to last forever. A calling. A legend. Gotcha. That was the tutorial. I don't think I was supposed to win that fight because they were very... I don't know. I might have been able to kite them all the way back into the first room, but wow. Every adventure starts somewhere. Yours begins with the promise of gold from a mad old farmer. He seems to think the local spider populace is amassing an army to rise up and eat his crops, and possibly him as well. Your party finds himself standing at the entrance to an abandoned mine. Plow through these arachnids, and we can go collect our reward. Excellent. Quest started, squashing bugs. Now we can play real, well, almost real Warhammer quest. Who do I have? I've got Balthasar Arcanus, a grey wizard. I've got Ungrim Truehand, a dwarf. I've got Salskron Whiteblood, a barbarian, and Lakoe Golden Branch, the elf. Just go ahead and have her move into the next tile. And I've been attacked by giant bats. Excellent. She has only one bow attack. Ooh. Yucky. I do not seem to be able to select Shadow Daggers as an ability, so I won't worry about that right now. What about Shadow Bolt? I don't have enough. No problem. Let's get this dwarf in here. Crunch. I collected a new journal page for the Great Axe. It's probably going to happen quite a bit, I reckon. Let's zoom in on this action. Alright, we're going to end our turn here. This isn't too bad so far. Not too bad. Okay. We'll just have the dwarf go ahead and finish off these bats. Oh, he's only got one attack per. He is pinned. Interesting. Very interesting. What do we get? A weaver's cloth. This item has no use, but it can be sold at the market. That's my goal today. I want to get to the market. You guys can't walk through each other? Oh no. All right. End that turn. Dwarf first. Hey, we didn't get attacked by anything. Interesting. We gotta play this Hero Quest style. It's actually really cool to click on them and immediately move them. And just that, like, go on to the next one before the first one's even finished their turn. Still nothing. Okay. No problem, I guess. Finally, I've been attacked by a giant spider. 6 of them, no less. Now I have only one melee attack, so I might as well use it on this guy. Something marked as trip got me. Miss! Oh my gosh. Unacceptable. Go ahead and crunch this red spider. Miss! Oh gosh. Death blow. Whatever that is. It's like the game's version of a crit. He has one long-range attack, but I don't have any weapons, I guess. I have to end my turn. Oh, I'm gonna get spidered. That's exactly what happened, too. I got spidered. What can he do now? He's affected by web. He cannot attack. move you into the corner and kill this spider. That was a miss. That was a hit. Very nicely done. Death Blow appears to cause my hero to attack the next adjacent monster, so that's really cool. We're not really in trouble. The barbarian is... he's trapped, but we'll get him out of there. What do you guys think about this game so far? Is it too early to tell? I feel like it is too early to tell for me. Depending on how this plays out, this might be a semi-regular thing in between Hero Quest quests. Although I think it would be a lot more fun to have the board game out and have multiple camera angles. Tom, Spidey sense is tingling. Good morning. Welcome. Thank you for dropping in. Thank you for crawling down the water spout to join us. Cave herbs. Worthless. We'll have to sell them at the market. We'll be ending our turn. Then we will be marching forward. We'll be ending our turn again. I don't remember when I got this. I'm pretty sure I got it on sale, though. And I think I only picked it up for like $3 or $4. It's a great representation, but nothing trumps the physical. Yeah, I know. Especially this era, the classic Games Workshop look and feel. I love it. I love it so much. And I already spent more than I care to admit on the game. Glenn, good morning. Thank you for dropping in. And yes, I do want to play the board game. I'm going to learn it so that I don't make any embarrassing mistakes, but also with folks that are experienced, maybe folks can help me learn as well. Maybe on stream. Maybe I'm okay making some dumb mistakes. Maybe the old farmer wasn't as mad as you previously thought. Calling the spider horde an army might be a stretch, but he was right. There are a lot down here. From the looks of this room, it's only going to get worse. There's definitely not enough actual playthroughs of this game. Co-op options? I don't know. I'll take a look. We've got giant spiders and giant rats. After I complete this quest, I'll take a look and see what I can see. I can already tell you I don't want the spiders. So we're going to get rid of them. Death Blow does cause me to attack another enemy that is adjacent. That is awesome. That said, maybe we can Death Blow this enemy. No. And that's her adjacent attack, and here's her ranged. Miss both times. Wow, your accuracy is terrible. Miss. Okay, cool. We will end our turn. Yeah, I want to do playthroughs of the physical board game for sure. No matter what. No matter how this goes. Oh, he like counterattacked the rat. He said no, no, no. And he crunched him. Lions, spiders, and bears, and rats. Oh, he's berserk. That's what happened. Berserk. The Marauder has a chance to go berserk at the start of each turn when enemies are present or when enemies appear. There is a chance that he is unable to control himself and swings wildly, damaging adjacent warriors and preventing him from taking any actions for the remainder of the turn. If he is able to control himself, he remains in a berserk state and gains one attack until the end of combat. The Marauder's chance of controlling himself increases as he increases battle level, and as he kills enemies in each round of combat. That's good to know. Death Blow. And Nicholas says, the Death Blow effect is important to Warhammer Quest. The Games Workshop Warhammer Quest magazine was called Death Blow. Nice. Sometimes a warrior will kill an enemy with a single ferocious blow called a death blow. The warrior gains a rush of adrenaline when this happens, causing them to automatically attack an enemy adjacent to their previous target. This additional attack may also be a death blow. So, cool. So you're rewarded for taking the risk of placing your character in the middle of like 4 or 5 enemies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You could have 7 enemies. And as long as you can enter right into the middle, you could technically, there's a small chance you could have death blows that kill them all. That's an interesting, I'm gonna steal that for Hero Quest move, is what that is. Oh yeah, I could see that being very useful. Very useful. Duck Barbarian. That didn't work. Okay. I can't use my magic on anybody. What good is a wizard who can't use his magic? Intern. And the barbarian has berserked the wizard and the dwarf. So we've got to make sure he is off on his own. Reptile Eye. Add to stash. Can't do anything with it. You are victorious. We win. Click to continue. Read the death blow rules in the Warhammer Quest rulebook and see how you can adapt them for HQ. There may be several ways. Look, we get a record of who all killed what. My barbarian was worthless. He took out more damage on the party than he did the people. So this is experience, I'll wager. Ah, yes, I know, Nicholas. Thank you for dropping in and helping educate me on the matter. Them's the winds of magic. Hard to predict. Okay. Interesting. Good morning, Hagons. I already told you good morning, but good morning again. We're playing Warhammer Quest, specifically the fantasy side of all things Warhammer. I'm not interested in Warhammer 40k. I never have been. The new Warhammer game that came out, Total War, actually looks pretty neat despite that. But as far as 40k goes, I'm not really interested. You've been playing this game nonstop since you picked it up in August. I'm envious of you because I would love to play it nonstop. The gigantic roleplay book and the adventure book with all the cool things in it. It's like, hi, you want an infinite game experience? Then play this. And it's like, yeah, I do. But I need to sit down and actually play it. I went through the quick start guide thing and learned it, and I've forgotten everything about how that works, but still, I'm gonna check it out. We're gonna check it out here together on the channel. Well done. You've made it out of your first dungeon in one piece, more or less. Now let's go to the nearest settlement. Siegfriedhof, to spend your hard-fought earnings. Click on a settlement, then press the travel button on the settlement card to move there. You received 50 gold. Okay. So there's Siegfriedhof. Marburg is way over there. You can travel here, though. There are Stirland quests here in Stirland. 9 Reichland quests, 13 Averland quests. We've done none of any. What's region travel? Well, we can actually travel to the different regions. Let's just travel to the town for now. We'll see how this town thing works, and then once I get a chance to back out, we'll see if online play is possible. Ah, Hagons, I wish I'd waited to make my video about the content creators. I could have captured your new video, or at least mentioned it. You can sell and buy loot in settlements, level up heroes, and all manner of other activities. Select a warrior in the central carousel, then use the location buttons in the middle pane to send them off into town. Warriors may experience all sorts of events when sent to locations. I've read about this. When you're ready to start adventuring again, just hit the Go Adventuring button. However, it appears someone wishes to speak to you first. The miserable minstrel. Aw. He's a bard in a bad way. As the adventurers approach Siegfriedhof, they spy a lonesome figure sat upon the 2-league waystone to the town. Your party is wisely cautious. The man sees you coming but doesn't seem to care. Closer inspection reveals him to be wearing the garb of a minstrel. I suppose you're going to rob me, he says with a dour expression on his face. Not having much use for a beaten-up instrument or his rags, you ignore the minstrel and move on towards Siegfriedhof. Not thieves, then, he shouts after you. But I bet you like riches all the same. Did he say riches? Your party pauses. Ah, that got your attention. He jumps off the waystone and smiles for the first time. I know where there's a hoard, you see. A pile of gold and jewels. Stolen by bandits. Same bandits stole my loot. Not this old thing, but an instrument of pure beauty. It cased in silver and inscribed in a most wondrous fashion. So, I'll guide you to the dungeon. You clear out all the creatures and keep the treasure, but the loot is mine. Meet me outside Siegfriedhof when you're ready. We have Maya Lakoy, Sultan, Balthasar, and Ungrim. And we have a current quest. The Miserable Minstrel. It's not something I can select, so I believe that it's something I can, it'll be clear what I can do with that later. We have 208 gold. Shall I send you to the Adventurers Guild, the training grounds, the temple, or the market? What's at the market? Well, we can sell our crap that we don't need. Let's do that first. Huh? Sell the junk. Very good. Now, for buying, what do we have? We've got a Wood Elf Amulet. That goes in the helmet slot. We've got lots of potions. We've got the Masterwork Longsword, which I can't afford. And the Fine Short Sword, which I also can't afford. There's also medium bandages, which I'm not too worried about. Stonebread heals 1 to 6 and takes a whole turn. Might leave that alone. I think only dwarves can use it, though. +1 max wounds. That's not worth it. That's not worth spending 100 gold. We're going to leave the market. And it doesn't matter who I send to the market. It's the same, right? Yeah. How about the Adventurers Guild? Oh, that's why that one card said Ogre Iron Gut. That's one of the playable characters. I can purchase these warriors. There's a Dwarf Troll Slayer, old Mohawky, a Warrior Priest, an Archmage, a Bright Wizard, Ogre Iron Gut, the Witch Hunter, which if I'm going to purchase anybody, I'm going to purchase the Witch Hunter, and the Shadow Warrior. Nicholas recently bought a bunch of the expansions, didn't you? Perhaps all of them? Are these all of the same characters in the character expansions for Warhammer Quest? I recognize the Witch Hunter and the Dwarf Troll Slayer, but I'm thinking the other ones aren't called the same. Some of these are not the same, because I don't see, like, I think there's a Witch Elf, and I don't see that. Or perhaps it's a Sky Dancer, not quite. Yeah, I'm wondering if there are interpretations of those expansion characters. Warrior Priest, I was pretty sure there was a Knight Templar, something like that. And you have them all except for the Imperial Noble. And I don't see the Pit Fighter, so I would guess that that's like... I can't even see who the Pit Fighter would be. Elven War Dancer is missing. Yeah, you can't miss that hair. So, okay, that's the guild. We won't worry about that, because I imagine we're talking about purchasing them for real money, right? Yeah. And it doesn't connect to the server anyway. So the Adventurers Guild will always be useless to me. Let's go to the training grounds. And this is where we can change our EXP to level up. And gold. It takes gold as well. Wow. What about the temple? Between adventuring, warriors will go to their deities' temples and offer up prayers to aid them in their next venture. Once your warrior has been blessed, they cannot gain any more until they prove themselves in a dungeon. Who knows what support your gods will bestow upon your warrior, if any at all. We'll have the elf pray. And I've got Powers Unseen. When activated, the warrior's chance to hit with melee attacks is increased by 30% for the remainder of the turn, and it will last for 1 dungeon. Nice. Oh, Nick's got a list going here. We've got the warrior priest, the war dancer, the pit fighter, the imperial noble, the elf ranger, the dwarf troll slayer, the chaos warrior, the witch hunter, and the Bretonnian knight. Yeah. Some of those were interpreted here, but a lot of them were left off. I wonder if the chaos warrior has been replaced with the iron gut troll. It's the only thing that would come close. All right, we're leaving. We're not doing anything in town. Quests are an adventurer's bread and butter. Completing white ones will open up new sections of the world map. Quests belonging to the settlement you are in are colored red. For example, the miserable minstrel you just bumped into in town can be found at the red dungeon to the west. These are tough, but yield better rewards. Good luck. Then there were 2 mail order warriors and a bunch of magazine releases. Nice. We are going to halt gameplay for just a moment. What's the swords? Ah. Oh. Yeah, I have no inventory. I have nothing. Yeah, I have nothing, yeah. But I need to get back to the title screen, so let's do that. Main menu. There was an ogre warrior among the magazine releases. Okay. So just a bunch of missed opportunity with this. There's just play. Additional content breaks. About does nothing, which I wouldn't expect it to. And I believe that this is not multiplayer capable. Which makes me pretty sad. And the server is unavailable no matter what I click on. It just breaks. So we can go back to our saved games now. And I can continue my second quest. We have an access quest, the Alpha Lauren Amulet. And then we have a challenge quest, which has a recommended level of 1, so why not? Why not do it? It tells me Orcs and Goblins is the quest. I don't know what that means. The card doesn't do anything when I hold down the button, so we're going to do the challenge quest. This is exciting. I like this. I'm liking this so far. It feels good. Rolling dice would feel so much better, but this is fine. The sun shines over fields of golden. This will not replace the plastic and cardboard experience that I want to have on the channel. Don't worry about that. Nothing I ever do digitally will ever replace what I want to do with the physical board games behind my green screen. Trust me that. You'll always have both. If I do anything, I'm either only going to do the board game or I'm going to do both. OMG Warhammer Quest. Good morning, GA. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for dropping in. Yeah, we're playing Warhammer Quest, the PC version. We just finished the tutorial. We died. And the first level. Now we're going to be challenging this quest. The sun shines over fields of golden wheat, and all is well with the world. Having walked for many miles and many days over bleak and inhospitable realms, the warriors decide to take it easy and enjoy the scenery. What a terrible idea. Select warriors. See, it's a shame that it is locked because I would love to purchase the Witch Hunter. I might have to do it through Steam. I might have to do it in Steam, like outside of all this, and then reboot all this. So I'll try that off camera. I won't worry. Oh, they're selected. I won't worry about doing it from within the game. A few hours later, you find yourself amidst some ruins that the forest has long since taken over. The trees ominously tower over the decaying walls, and vicious-looking ivy has covered the rest. The minstrel, now much happier, points to a sunken cave entrance in the center of the ruins. Off you go then, it's down there. Don't worry about the bandits, they've been scared off by whatever lurks in there. Nothing that will bother brave warriors such as yourselves. Remember, the gold is yours, but the instrument is mine. I don't think you grasp the gravitas of your situation, old bard. You're lucky I have a soft spot for musicians, because you've given me no proof that such an instrument would be yours. I should keep it. My dwarf should learn to play metal guitar. But I guess I'll give it to him. He did know of its location, so I suppose he's not necessarily bluffing. Oh, there, she's got powers unseen, but it's one use. Oh, that's right. It activates for the whole dungeon, though. When activated, the chance to hit with melee is increased by 30%. I'll activate it. I can't activate it. We'll see. We'll see how to do it. Playing a witch hunter in my party right now. His name is Duke von Stefan. Awesome. See, I'm hoping this will introduce me to just like the flow of the game, which I know that there are mechanics around building the dungeon as you play, and I'm not going to get exposed to those by playing this. My partner and I play a Chaos Warrior, a Druid, a Dwarf Troll Slayer, and the Witch Hunter. Those are very unlikely bedfellows. I'd be interested to know in your Chaos Warrior roleplay lore, like what justified your Chaos Warrior. I get it, I would do the same thing. I've got a Skaven hero and a Chaos Warrior in my Hero Quest minis because they came with Talisman, and I was dead set on getting all the heroes in Talisman to be playable for my campaigns, but haven't figured it out. Well, a Chaos Warrior is going to... He could be an imposter. He could be somebody who has the same strength, and I've been attacked by snotlings. Big deal. Same strength, same stature, same hardiness, but like he put on the armor to infiltrate. Right now he has no chaos marks. Because I have read that a Chaos Warrior's armor is fused to their skin. And so if that is the case, he's not discernible as a follower of Chaos. I see. That's kind of the story that I went with mine, though. But he keeps sneaking away to the Chaos Temple. What's he doing? That's very sus behavior. Morkulva, welcome to the stream. Good morning. Good to have you. We're playing Warhammer Quest, Steam Edition. While you can absolutely bet on... I can use Shadow Daggers. It hurt them, but not much at all. You can absolutely bet that I'll be continuing to play. What? In addition to that, we get attacked by Night Goblin Spearmen? Oh, my Barbarian's Berserk. Okay, well, we're gonna work our way over. Crunch, that's a death blow. Crunch, that's a death blow. Crunch, that's a death blow. Crunch! Yeah! Did you see it? It was amazing. 600 and... Oh, no. Oh, it's a blessed hauberk, but only the witch hunter can wear it. You can have this one, Nick. I'm going to give it to you. It'll give you +1 movement, 1 toughness, and 4 max wounds. I could sell it. At least I could sell it. One of my favorite board games, and the version that... and this version I actually enjoy more than I thought I would. The Chaos Warrior 95 Warhammer Quest keeps his identity as a warrior of chaos secret somehow. He just wears like... He looks like a Chaos Warrior because they're unmistakable everywhere they go from 100 yards away, but he's got like a little mask that he wears, a little happy face mask, and it's tied around his helmet with a string. He shows up at the end and he's just like... And they're like, ah, king-size bed? One night? Gotcha. I'll put you down. That'll be 20 gold coins. And our turn. He reveals his identity as a Chaos Warrior at the end of the campaign. The other heroes are just like, huh? Really? Wow. That's incredible. And he was with us the whole time? I don't do voice acting professionally, no, but I would love to. And I have... we are attacked by a bunch of goblins that I'm going to make quick work of. I do voice a character in an RPG Maker dating sim that's being worked on right now called Stay By My Side. It's got a bunch of fantastical characters in it. My character is a turtle man. I have auditioned for a few roles, though. Games that I would love to be a part of. Okay, I should have moved her before because I'm somehow... We can't move through these people. Oh, God. They're gonna crowd me. They're gonna crowd me. Okay. Skaven, I almost find it harder to justify Skaven being in the game because while the Chaos Warrior is, yeah, a big deal, you could potentially have somebody disguise themselves as a Chaos Warrior. You can't really do that with a Skaven, though. So it's hard to think, why would a Skaven... But then, you read about how they live in this Machiavellian society. Oh, he's berserk. He can't take actions because he's too close to other people. Damn it. I'm gonna move here. And how Skaven are actually, like, totally ready to just betray each other at a moment's notice. No, you can play as a Skaven in an, I'm sorry. I'm leaving off details. You can't play as a Skaven in Warhammer Quest unless you do some cool house rules, because you should always house rule a Skaven, a playable Skaven. But you can play as a Skaven in Talisman. And while you have alignments in Talisman, you can be good, neutral, or evil, and they are definitely evil. I wanted to make sure that I had all of the Talisman heroes in my Hero Quest campaigns, and I'm trying to build out lore for why they would actually be heroes and not just like aligned towards evil, adventuring with the party. Neutral, I can understand. So like if you said that your character was neutral, then that would be fine. But the evil character joining the party doesn't make sense, and so I'm not going to have an alignment system. Unless I do just a temperament system, like chaotic good, lawful good, neutral good. but I don't see a need for it right now. That's all I was talking about with that, though. We have to end our turn. My wizard's gonna die. Our Chaos Warrior made a donation at the temple and gained a Chaos attribute. Roll the dice. He got uncanny resemblances. He looks just like our Druid party member. Attacked by more Night Goblins? Really? How does that work? He's pinned, so he can't move. Not how I should have done that. Okay, he can move all the way up here. So you can move diagonal through characters, but you cannot move diagonally through walls and characters. Also, there's an article in White Dwarf showing how to convert Warhammer Quest heroes to Warhammer Fantasy Battle characters. So you could reverse engineer standards given from Warhammer Fantasy Battles back to Warhammer Quest. Nice. Yes, and I have the digital editions of Talisman as well, and the physical board games, so I'll definitely be playing all of that as well on the channel. All of it's going to get time. All I have to do is make the time. I'm glad you guys' accuracy sucks. Oh, they snuck up on me from behind. That's where they were. I thought the game was perhaps glitching. You see that insane line of sight that he has? No, that makes sense. Yeah, he could see me. Okay, wow. One of my Chaos Warriors in Warhammer Quest got a sudden taste for drinking blood. So, ugh. Let's put this barbarian in the middle of this action. And then let's have this dwarf attack. Miss. Oh, man. Played Talisman with a friend years ago and bought the most recent edition. I have all of the 3rd edition contents and all 4th edition contents. Reason being, I picked up a deal on all of the 4th edition stuff together. When I bought it, it was absolutely everything that the 4th edition had, every expansion, everything. And I think there's a little bit more to it now, but damn it, I have to end my turn. But I have all 3rd and 4th edition. I might collect the 1st and 2nd editions just because I can be a completionist now. 4th edition revised. I think mine might be as well, because I think it's Pegasus Spiel. It's either Pegasus or Fantasy Flight. I don't know which one is considered has the revised, but I know that Pegasus Spiel got it after Fantasy Flight. Crunch. Okay. Now they're done. And I can try that again. Okay. That Night Goblin is down. Miss. End turn. I'm already feeling like I want to search this room for treasure already. Attacked by more snotlings. Oh, they came out of nowhere. And I have dealt with them without any delay. Go ahead and take care of these losers. Miss! Oh god, now I have another turn to deal with them. Oh, that nothing beats the Games Workshop minis. Just nothing. I've went out of my way went out of my way. I did some internet searches to look for sculptors who continue to make things in that style, and there are a few. Those snotlings were an unexpected event during the power roll. Okay. Were the night goblins that came from behind the same thing? I got a dagger. Ignores the wielder's strength. 1 to 3 damage plus 1 melee attacks. Okay. A potion of toughness and a sapphire gem. Good. Good. I like that. Let's, most likely. So they could just keep coming. Let's end our turn. No! Oh, God. Attacked by more? Barbarian is berserk. Miss. Oh, my God. There are room monsters, and any monsters in a corridor were due to an unexpected event. In the board game, the wizard rolls for power every round. On one, an unexpected event happens. Oh, man. Thanks, Winds of Magic. Alright. Very well. Let's get this wizard moved here. Get this goblin at least out of the way and done. Very good. Very good. Very good. We can end our turn. Alright, that's that. Got some metal scraps for my troubles. Thanks. Much appreciated. See if the winds are at 1 the next time monsters show up unexpectedly. Let's see. His Winds of Magic are at 3 currently. Which I think they've been in... they were at 5 at one point. They were at 5 at one point. I could definitely use these small bandages, and I think I will. There we go. I'm going to end my turn. Encounter! This room is covered in strange ooze that clings to the walls and ceiling of the chamber. As the party enters, the ooze trembles slightly. I saw the wizard pop up in the UI for a brief second. So I imagine this is due to his role. Maybe. The ooze trembles slightly as if sensing the change in air pressure of the body heat of the intruders. Within seconds, the ooze has slid off the wall and solidified into one amorphous mass in the center. It lunges at Salkstrand Whiteblood, attacking what it perceives as the greatest threat. The warrior breaks free of the ooze, but has been partially ingested in the process. Oh. Even as it spatters across the room, the party can see it starting to run together and start to reform its true mass. Better move on. Yeah, we can't dally. And we've been attacked by snotlings. You know how much I care about that? Not at all. Just get rid of them. Swip. Miss. Love it. It's great. This is actually a pretty good situation. Can't choose any of that stuff. I have to end my turn. These snotlings are hilarious. They're so small and puny, and it's funny how they share the same tile. Uh-oh, he's berserk. You know what? I'm gonna stay away from him. I'm just gonna have him go off, and he'll always be kind of his own thing. That was a miss. That was a hit. That was a miss. And that was a hit. End our turn. So having said all of that, we're just going to move every room. We're going to move. We're not going to do any more positioning turns. Chaos symbol. This item has no use. Because we are not rewarded for dallying. That's for sure. Alright, and that's everybody's turn. Attacked by night goblins. Come on. Alright. Let's start. You first. Fired right through the wall. Don't know how I did it. That's 2. That's 3, but not really. Miss, of course. Is it because you're berserk? Does your accuracy go down? Miss. My barbarian actually really needs healed. He's hurting bad. Winds of Magic, 6 power. Nice. I can use stuff now. Healing Mist. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's good stuff. Dwarf is going to get rid of this Night Goblin with bow, and then the Elf is going to attack this last Night Goblin. There we go. We get 100 gold and a lesser Scroll of Fire. Well, just one. I mean, it's worth 100 gold. I'll probably sell it. That's for sure. We can end our turn, right? I'm gonna go into the next room. Corridor has been opened up. Nobody else can move. We have to end our turn. Winds of Magic is at 4 power. Remember, the Barbarian has 2 attacks. Yeah, anytime I don't utilize... Oh yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Move in adjacent and attack twice instead of once. Okay. We have a nice big corner piece here. We'll end our turn there. Winds of Magic is now at 2 power. We've been attacked by 4 night goblins and 1 gigantic spider. Nice. We'll have the wizard go up first. And miss. Cool, nice. Barbarian, have him move in front of the wizard, just to kind of incentivize the giant spider to attack him instead. And then she can actually reach the spider, so swip, miss. It's fine. I expect no less. Let's end our turn. Ooh, you are gigantic. Yeah, because he went berserk, but I see you have 1 range attack. You probably don't have a bow equipped. He does not. He doesn't have jack. Just a sword. And now he's berserk. I will move around him and the spider and attack this thing. Hit and hit, miss. Okay, cool. And then yeah, can't attack anybody else. Don't have anything. So she's gonna move up, but still away from the barbarian. Attack the spider. Dwarf is now trying to get in here and actually be a part of the battle. Now we have to end our turn. I might lose somebody here shortly. I might lose my wizard. Ooh. Or my barbarian. I might lose my barbarian. Not if I can help it, though. Wizard is pinned. I can use Healing Mist from here. We don't want to lose that barbarian. Yes! Yes! Excellent. And I can attack besides that. And miss. Awesome. That's fine. Whatever. Whack. Whack. That's a miss. That is also a miss. Good grief. There's good Berserk and bad Berserk. Good Berserk gives his extra attack, and bad Berserk attacks anyone near him and he loses a turn. I see. Okay. Well, we have to end our turn, unfortunately. Miss, that's good. That's a good thing. Also a miss. Come on. Misses, all misses. Love it. Love it. The Winds of Magic is now 5 power. Guess what the wizard is going to do? He's going to heal himself. So I'm not so paranoid about dying. Then, gonna cut that spider. Yep. Cutting that spider. Barbarian, I'm actually gonna have him attack the spider. Good. Okay, no more spider, you're gone. You're dead. Dwarf is moving up, elf is gonna move in and attack one of these night goblins. Very good. And we're going to end our turn there. Second and third night goblins are going to attack and miss. Beautiful. The Winds of Magic is 3. Whack. So the wizard is rolling for the Winds of Magic. He is rolling for every turn what that number provides to him in terms of potential. I like it. I feel like I am getting used to that. Ow. Alright, another one down. And we have some iron ore. We're going to add it to the stash. On killing the mighty foe, you notice in the corner a large collection of worthless shiny trinkets and items. You party search through the piles of junk. Come on, game devs. And discover a beautiful silver loot. This must be what the minstrel is after. You pick it up and look to exit the dungeon. Good morning, Fex. Thank you for dropping in. We are finishing up the second quest, the optional quest, a Warhammer quest. I'm victorious. We all get quite a bit of experience. We still haven't leveled up. That is a lot of enemies. We did a lot of killing. As promised, and perhaps surprisingly, given your unusual guide, there is indeed a hoard of gold. What time is it for me right now? It's almost 10:30 a.m. I'll be ending the stream as soon as I resolve all of these actions here. And in one chest, you find a silver loot that has the unmistakable whiff of enchantment about it. With the treasure collected, you make your way back to the surface and find the minstrel balanced on top of a dilapidated wall. He looks down on you with a delighted smile as you emerge into the evening gloom. Victorious, I see. I knew you would be. Now, have you the loot? Give it here, and I'll play us a merry ditty all the way to Siegfriedhof. And as the wizard levels up, he gets more Winds of Magic so that you have extra to use each dungeon aside from the rolls. Nice. That's good. Good growth. So I usually stream in the morning? Yes. If I stream in the mornings at 9 Central Time. Tomorrow I'll be streaming as well, and this week has been very unusual for me because I usually don't stream every day, but I'm trying to get into the habit of doing so. When videos don't take as much time to make, I have time to stream. I'll hand him the loot. The minstrel graciously accepts the instrument. After all, you did have a deal. He jumps down from the wall and begins to play the lute, and something strange happens. All members of your party immediately start to unload the treasure and place it in a pile before the minstrel. From the undergrowth, a motley group of ruffians appear to sneer and observe your party's strange behavior. You see, boys, once you play the lute of compelling, while the music is so very mesmerizing, says the minstrel, addressing the menacing crowd. He turns back to the adventurers. May I introduce the bandits, whom I spoke of earlier? Did I not mention that I lead this merry band? He smirks. all the while dancing around your party's ensorcelled forms. Thank you for giving us the treasure. Now, if you'll just bear with me while I change tune and compel you to be very still while my companions slit your throats. The music stops, if only for a split second, but it's enough for one of your group to let fly a dagger that slices the strings of the infernal lute. The minstrel is outraged and orders your immediate execution. The first 5 thugs that come near are struck down by your adventurers in a bloody swath, but there are many more bandits and your party won't get them all before being overcome. Regrettably, retreat is the only answer, for now at least. You'll get the goddamned minstrel another day. Yes, I will. I don't let that sort of thing fly. Not at all. To Siegfriedhof, where we can lick our wounds, sell our junk. What little junk we have. Your warriors dally on their return to Siegfriedhof, spending more than a few nights out in the open. When they arrive back in town, they notice that Siegfriedhof is busy. A nervous energy permeates the residents and crowds are drawn towards the main square. Your party follows the human current, curious as anyone to see what is happening. In the center of the square, upon a raised stage, a long but sturdy wooden pole extends upwards, with a length of thick rope attached to the end. Dangling on the rope tied to it by its ankles, a familiar figure sways like a human pendulum. As he flails about, the watching masses caterwaul and pelt him with rotten vegetables. Some even strike out with improvised cudgels should he swing into range. The adventurers recognize the hapless victim as none other than the bandit king himself, the Grey Minstrel. He must have been caught while your party was dawdling on the return trip. The warriors push their way forward, keen to find out what's come about, and even gloat if they give a chance. Despite the swinging motions and upside-down perspective, the Grey Minstrel spots your party as they draw near. "Greetings," says the Grey Minstrel, smiling in spite of his predicament. "I promised revenge, and I now have you right where I want you," he says, while swinging overhead, barely missing a large marrow thrown from the mob. "Don't worry about this. It's all part of the plan. I have his daughter, you see." He points with a flailing hand. Your party turns to see the Burgermeister standing firm just beyond the rabble with a grim visage, and flanked by the town's watch. "He's waiting for me to give up the location, but I'm only going to tell you lot. It's a trap, you see, one you're going to walk right into. He won't kill me while his daughter's alive, and if she dies, well, he'll kill all of us. I'd go find her if I were..." The Grey Minstrel breaks off as he's hit in the face by a large, sodden cauliflower. With that, the town's watch march forward and surround the adventurers. The annoying musician is right about one thing. I don't think they have a choice about this. Great. Where we're still going to sell our crap. We will keep the dagger for now. We're going to sell that scroll of fire. And I think we'll keep the toughness as well. What can we buy? We can buy medium provisions, which heals 4 to 6 wounds and is consumable by anybody. We have a better elven bow. I'll have to look at the equipment and see what we have. She has elven bow, 5 to 7 damage. So it doesn't even matter. The fine knuckle duster, 3 damage, and the masterwork warhammer, which I can't afford anyway. I only have 500 gold. Oh, but I can sell the blessed hauberk. I thought it was worth more than that. I guess what they listed it for was how much I could have bought it for. I can only sell it for 157. Man. Oh well. I have 680. Oh, I can only equip that to Way Watcher, and I can only equip that to... These can only be equipped by a Marauder. Now, is that my dwarf? No, he's Dwarf Ironbreaker. And he's my Marauder. Sucks from Whiteblood. What is your equipment? His equipment is a one-handed hand axe, 1 to 5 damage, and a shield. And so she also has an elven sword, which is pretty cool. He has a short sword, 1 to 3 damage. So I'm thinking, yet again, there's nothing I can really get here. Welcome back, Ribby. could get the Elven Bow. I guess I could get the Elven Bow and or I could get the Fine Knuckle Duster, which is 3 damage and an increased chance to hit with a melee weapon, +1 melee attacks. That would go to him, right? That's 1 to 5 damage. It's like it would 100% of the time give him a guaranteed 3 damage, I guess. So it shouldn't miss. I'm probably very wrong about that, but at least I wouldn't do just like 1 or 2 damage. I'd always do 3. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to buy, once again, nothing. Nothing this time. And nobody can level up yet. I'm not worried about the temple. So we'll just click Go Adventuring. Let the new adventure tokens be placed on the map. The Axe of Slicing. That is worth getting. 5 to 9 damage +2 strength. An excellent reward. That's the next quest that I'll be doing. And then the Gray Minstrel's Revenge, which I'm not worried about doing that. I'm not going to do that today. That's going to mark the end of my stream, though, as it is already past time. Time for me to go. I will be streaming Hero Quest Return of the Witch Lord tomorrow at 9 Central and going on till 10:30 a.m. So, hour and a half of Hero Quest tomorrow. 1 or 2 quests. We'll see how it goes. I would like to thank everybody for showing up. Thank you, guys. I appreciate your kind attention and your company. It's always fun hanging out. Special thanks to Seek, who jumped in to give me some help and explain some stuff about WHQ. And I'm definitely going to play this again. This was a lot of fun. There's a feeling of progression that I get from it. So why not? Maybe we'll make this a Wednesday Warhammer Wednesday. Cheers to that. All right, guys. Thanks for introducing me to a new video game to try. Absolutely. Least I can do. Take care, everybody. Thank you for watching. Later.